Hey, you need more extreme metal music for your library and you need it right now? That's good. I have something amazing for you today. Spoiler alert, stick around. This is going to get really intense, okay? I'll hook you up with something brand new. Stay tuned, all right? All right, welcome back, friends, for episode 24. Happy Friday, January 26th, 2024. Terry here again with Cast Metal and another full metal review segment where I connect bands with fans because I also love metal music. And Full Metal Reviews was made to answer only one question, and that is where can I get more metal music? For this show, I find and review the newest extreme metal albums from my Apple Music account. Then I share a detailed analysis with you so you have the goods to decide whether you want to collect it, stream it, and love it for yourself. In the end, I reveal three things. I reveal one, my favorite tracks, two, my controversial version of what genre this band is, so you can agree or argue in the comments section. And third, you'll also find out if it's going into my collection or not, because not everything does. The journey, it begins usually every Sunday where I open up my Apple Music account and I catalog. I make a database of all of the newest music releases, metal music releases rather, for the week. And I post them to my Metal Magazine Facebook page where you can find a link here on my main channel. And as a bonus, if you stick around, I will, of course, dig through my treasure chest and dig up a real goodie for you just for sticking around and watching today's show. All right, so if you like the type of music that is listed here next to me, death metal all the way down to prog, if it's extreme, it's going to be here on my Cast Metal show. So let's start the full metal review segment. All right. Yesterday, during episode 23, I reviewed Abhorria's new album, Depths, and I instantly added it to my collection. If I had to describe the album in one word, it was beautiful. Okay? It was monstrously heavy, but beautiful all the way through. Today, I am reviewing, and I am absolutely just smitten by this, okay? Vitriol, Suffer and Become, okay? And all I have to say right now is wow. The rules: one, I review all albums without a preview. I avoid lives and singles. Two, I keep my reviews short and positive. And three, not everything I review will make it into my collection, but I won't knowingly badmouth anyone's work, okay? I can't play an instrument, I can't sing, and insulting the band is also insulting the fans, and I am just not into that kind of thing whatsoever, okay? So before listening to each album, I do three things. I do an overview, a first impression and prediction, and a process check. And remember, whatever the outcome is, please remember that these artists are worthy of you giving them a chance, okay? First, my unveiling overview, in the same way I would unbox a product to show you a video on YouTube, for example. I open the page and I see that there are 10 strong sounding tracks totaling 47 minutes, and the album cover artwork, as you can see, it's a multicolored masterpiece, I would call it, okay? It is just beautiful and brimming with color. It's got the great deep background with the dark cloudy skies. It's got the dead soldier with red snakes running through it. The color blend is fantastic. I really, really love this album cover, okay? So whoever did the artwork, kudos to you, okay? It also has Gothic and custom fonts. Categorized as metal in Apple Music, I will try to predict the actual genre next, and then we'll see in the end of this show if I was even on point, okay? My first impression and prediction: for this check, I try to visualize then predict the outcome before I play an album. Now that I've seen the cover and read the song titles, thinking positive, I believe I'm in for something really good. I believe, and I'm predicting death metal or deathcore with maybe some symphonic elements or tech. Okay, fair enough. If the album cover itself matches the name and the song titles, I believe I'm in for something probably beastly. And I'll compare my vision here with the review results at the end of the show. And in the process, I review and analyze 10 tracks, the complete album, and each artist's performance. Then I summarize everything in a 4-part checklist. So here we go. An individual track description, the breakdown. Track 1, Pure Energy. It's blistering, rangy, excuse me, and possibly the heaviest I've ever heard. Okay, it's right in there with the heaviest stuff. Track 2, it is scorching, precise, with locomotive power. Okay. Track 3, it just decimates. It's fast, crushing, and very tight. Track number 4 has good rhythm, furious, intense, and with great range of everything. And track number 5, it is mysterious with beautiful harmonies, and then it moves into some frothy, firing instrumentals. If you get to the last 30 seconds of this, wait till you hear that final 30 seconds. You'll know what I'm talking about when I say frothing. Track 6 remains consistent with fire and like nuclear energy. Track number 7 is rangy with incredible power. Track number 8 is crushing, and it's dire and tortured. Track number 9, it's an onslaught of absolute power. It's chilling, dark, and venomous. Finally, track number 10, it just ends everything impossibly. It's with all-out thrashing instruments, angry vocals, and in summary, just you wait till you hear this album, okay? Next up, overall description, sound quality, recording and sound quality, clean and loud. Thank you so much, Vitriol, for taking the time to making sure that it was clean and loud. The production and musicality, I think it was raw, but something also says that it was very refined as well. They were definitely thinking on this album. The energy and intensity was at its max, so maximum intensity and energy. Rhythm and tempo, I don't know how the bass player held all of this together. The lyrical theme is dire. Categorized in Apple Music simply as metal, I think I'm going to add death grind, grindcore, black metal, symphonic elements, and even deathcore. Could they go mainstream? Fear not, okay? Defenders and guardians of metal, it's nowhere near going to go mainstream, okay? Range and flow and layout throughout the entire album is consistent, okay? It's almost like every track is just about equally heavy in their own way. They remind me of Cattle Decapitation and Signs of the Swarm. They're in that range, but I'm going to be very frank with you, they are the heaviest I've ever heard. Okay? We'll go with that. Individual performance description, the singing and vocalizations were strong, deep fried, just like a lion, and it had some black metal witchery happening in there. Guitars were a marvel of crunchy electric sound and excellent rhythm and solo work all the way through when it was applied. Bass guitar was punishingly crushing bass. It just stood right out. And to me, it was borderline insanity, to be honest with you. That's the bass guitar. The drums and percussion were clear, snappy, full, and so brutally fast, okay? Additional sounds, he had some dramatic symphonic elements where needed to add to the whole feel of the album. And in summary, okay, now that I've listened to the entire album, was my prediction accurate? It was partially accurate, but I could never foresee how heavy a band could go until I've heard this album. If I had to compare it to a favorite food, there's no dish to describe it, to be honest with you. Emotionally, chills and goosebumps factor. It's basically an adrenalized, nerve-rattling, white-knuckle smile fest all the way through. I had this stupid smile all the way from here to here, like that, listening to this entire album. Tonality shades, light or dark, I would say this album is ultra dark. The colors, black as night, black as pitch, blacker than the foulest witch. Okay? I'll go right there with that. Temperature, hot or cold, it's ice cold. Okay? Hide it from my wife factor. Today, it never happened. Okay? Never happened. The reveal, what genre I think it is a combination of death grind, deathcore, death and black metal. And if I had to make a new genre right now for this band, a new subgenre, I would call it slaughtercore. Okay? I'm just going to say it. I'm inventing a new genre, slaughtercore. Okay? And that's this band. That's at least this album. My favorite tracks that stood right out were 4 and 9. They were just bleeding adrenaline for me, okay? They were electrifying. Add it to my library. Yeah, of course, okay? This stuff is just absolutely fabulous. And that's it. That's it for another episode of Full Metal Reviews. Oh, and you want your bonus? So I'm going to go way back in time, 26 years or 27 years now, and I'm going to get you some Strapping Young Lads, and the album is City. I think it was from 1997. I'm not sure. I think 96 or 97. Strapping Young Lad, City, good heavy stuff, a blast from the past. That sounds about right. And so now I'm going to go and listen to some Snoop Dogg to level out before I go to work, because Vitriol and coffee are quite nerve-rattling, okay? And that's it, my friends, for another episode of Full Metal Reviews. Please remember to support your favorite metal artists, okay? Stream them, get the merch, go see them live if you can, and join me again soon for another episode of Full Metal Reviews. And finally, that subscribe button, it won't hit itself, okay? It needs you. So subscribe, engage, follow the links, and set up your notifications so you get more new metal music for your library. All right. Happy Friday. Cheers. Take care.